Right. My AI just changed. It just buzzed the front gate. Thank God you came. How many more days could I wait? I made plans with you, and I won't let them fall through. I think I lie for you.
What is up, y'all? Good morning. Hold on. Let me try this again. Before we get started. I don't know what the deal is. Damn, do I gotta refresh or something? Let me try it like this. I'm signing in on there, then why it ain't signing in on Google? What the heck is going on with Google today? Good morning, y'all. We finna get to it. I'm trying to Oh, Black Karma, you must have watched when she said she was in love with the psychiatrist. Girl, that's all I'm gonna say. Let me see. TikTok won't do it. I might just make this live short and we can do that. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, something's wrong with the TikTok on my end. Well, we were gonna try to talk about it. I seen it, but TikTok not on my Google. I don't know. I don't exit out and came back in, and it's not doing it for me. I don't know why it won't work on Google, but it works just fine on Safari, which is weird. So I don't know if I'm trying to get it to do because I do want to talk about it or not. We'll just talk about it tomorrow because I'm still trying to log in and it won't let me log in at all. And there's nothing wrong with TikTok on my end on my phone or nothing. Let me try to send it to myself on the email and check it. Because I do want to talk about it before we jump into what happened yesterday, because yesterday it's a short little conversation. Where's my email? Oh, right here. But I really wanted to discuss it because it was a great conversation about what she did. But I'm trying to log in. I don't know what the hell going on, y'all. Let me see. Hold on. I have the app. Don't want to get that. I don't know if I need to refresh. I can't even log into my old one. I'm trying to go through Google. Let me see. Now it's talking about sign up. I don't want to sign up. I have a TikTok. It's about to make me mad. Oh, now don't want to do anything. Good morning, y'all. Give me a minute. I'm trying to get my TikTok together. I don't know what happened, what my son did. I don't know. I have the thing. He done did something, y'all. I might have to make a dupe for it. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. I don't know what he did. Am I signed in? I'm signed into my thing. I'm just gonna sign up. Hold on, y'all. We gonna get to it. Let me sign up and make a extra account with my Google. I don't know what's going on with Google or TikTok today, but it is crazy. I hope y'all having a good Friday. Cause I want to talk about crazy Kendra. Kendra is falling in love with her psychiatrist after we get to this information we about to get into. But I can't jump into crazy Kendra. So now I'm going to have to cut my little live down a little bit because I was supposed to do it for an hour. Let's just do that. Okay, so it is Google. So we're going to, has it been? I'm trying to show y'all crazy Kendra. You know what? We gonna look. Let me see if it's on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, we gonna watch somebody else's video because I really want to talk about crazy Kendra. Y'all gonna find out who crazy Kendra is. Okay. Let's see. It's called Kendra Fell in Love with Her Psychiatrist. Okay. Let me see if they got it, and then we'll go move on. Because I really want to talk about this with y'all. I don't know why. And I don't want to watch nobody else's videos about it when we talk about it. I want to. Oh, somebody got the whole thing. Okay, great. I found it. Boom. That's all we need. That's all we need. We're going to continue. We're going to start with what's his name first. Then hey, Amber. We're going to start. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a great Friday. Now, we're going to start with this tea, and then we're going to jump to crazy Kendra. Man, listen. We going to get into this crazy Kendra today. I don't care how long it takes. Now I know where to go. Y'all finna be like, what the hell? Lord, forgive me. Let me just say this before we get into it. Before we start. Mental health is real. And when y'all listen to this lady, I want y'all to be very well prepared. I hope y'all got y'all coffee. If you home and you ain't got to work today, pour you a glass of wine. I know it's early. It's 12 o'clock somewhere. But let's get into everything today. So yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday, I was minding my girl. We gonna get into it. She do got more than ADHD. So yesterday I was minding my black owned business. And we always saying how things should be over. Um, you know, how we all feel like the sibling rivalry between Kevin and Toya is just a mess. So Toya went live yesterday. Baby, Kevin called it. Kevin said, you know what? Kevin was like, I ain't talking to her, da, da, da. But I was proud that he popped up and just had the conversation that was needed. Good morning with Toya. It was very much needed. So we're going to play, it's towards the end. We just going to play that. As y'all know, she had her special guest. We're going to play that. We're going to break it down. And then we're going to go into Crazy Kendra after this. So I say what? So she called it Ashes to Empire. Empire. Okay. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna go all the way down. So she talked to the bro stud child, and the bro stud talking about Ashley, you know it's too early. You always get me like this. Ashley is a key. So Ashley Chance is such a key. Her and Amber, they a key, honey. I can't help it. So she talked about how she wanted.
Thought about it, and I was like, nah, that's not gonna, to me, improve my overall health because I need to get active because I don't move, So blood
Down to
keep that down. So I said I'd rather just try to, be disciplined and do it the old fashioned way.
Take it down. Hold
But
And they said the Ozempic is addictive. This chicken, baby.
What? I hope she didn't take it down. Hold on, y'all. I know she didn't. Hold on, y'all. Cause she had it up. What happened? Let me see if it's this one. Oh no, I found it. She said she tried to be the bigger person. Okay. She's still talking to other people though. Let's get it to where it starts. So this was called I'm being the bigger person. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm being the bigger person. I think she irks everybody, Ashley, but what can we do? I'm learning. You just accept how she is. Be like, okay, girl. Hold on. We finna get into it. Hold on.
Yeah, I can.
You said that you had made things right earlier. What was it that you said?
I didn't say I
didn't
made
hear that
it
part.
right. I said that I got on here and told everybody not to speak about you, not to bash you, none of that. And I hate that all of this going on. And I wanted all this stuff to stop. Like,
Toya, you never said that. But okay, if you believe it.
I don't know why. Well, I can't even say I know why, because I don't know if you feel that way or not. But I never told nobody to bash you, period. I haven't been in people's chats while they're bashing you. I may speak and keep on pushing.
Okay.
If I ever was in somebody's chat while I was bashing you, I didn't know the lie was about you.
Oh, okay.
Toya, I've actually specifically told people not to bash you.
He sure did.
And I've done this actually several times. So you don't got to tell me that you didn't tell nobody to talk about me or whatever. Just know that anything you say, they use on their platform. They weaponize you to say anything about me, and anything that you say, they're going to repeat. Even though we're squashing it, you can look forward to seeing anything that you say on their pages, and that's why they hop up on your platform to try to get you to say stuff about me, like how Neo did yesterday, trying to get you to say I was gay. You know damn well nobody has ever called me no damn gay through school, none of that shit.
So Kevin, you don't feel like that's the same thing that Amber doing, or does the people that support you from you saying that OB do coke, and they even sent all of this to his job saying this, where he got terminated and had to be drug tested?
I don't know why she's still using that, but from what my recollection and what people were telling me, that ninja was at the job sitting there chiefing like he Chief Keef. I'm just trying to understand why you gotta blame everybody. Yeah, she said on live listening dog them out. And then you get mad because Amber decide to get on here and defend him, something that you was not doing. You didn't sit here and say, hey, don't talk about my brother. You should have said, but I can talk about it, but I want y'all to talk about it. People can respect that. People can respect that. Hey, Ashley, people can respect that. I mean, I don't get what she want for everybody. First, she said that she told 2 lies. I'm gonna call out the first lie. First, she sat there and told old girl, which I hope old girl was on her live listening. She said, "Oh, they called his job." Remember that? She said that. Now it's, well, they made him take a drug test. We're trying to all figure out which one is it. Huh? Huh? I hope she is too, Ashley. Oh, Bum got fired. Yeah, he got fired for many reasons. So she can't sit here and say that, oh, y'all called. Nobody called. Nobody called at all. Nobody called. Now you saying this? It's very weird.
I understand that they'll use anything I say as well, and that's why I asked you not to get online with this. And so when war was war, I started running my mouth too.
Just one more screenshot, and this SOP is finally done. What the?
But Kevin, you said that before I even said anything about the gay stuff or anything. You made that
No, I
on
didn't,
your
Toya.
live.
Toya, no, I
Yes,
did
you
not.
did. If you run
Okay,
back
now look,
the times,
Toya, listen.
but listen,
Toya,
we're gonna
listen.
let this go. But if you run back the times from where you started talking about me, you will see it was after I did that video about Robert. You said the stuff about cocaine after that, after the stuff about my kids and all.
So, Toya, if you go back and listen to everything that you and Obi have both ever said, y'all were both making gay insinuations long before I said that about OB. And this is just a fact.
So by us making gay insinuations with people on the internet has been saying it make it okay to say he's on cocaine, like that's serious. That cost him his job.
Toya, if that cost him his job, then his job is stupid for that.
How? If you are an employer and you getting over 100 calls with people saying this man's on doing cocaine, emails or videos with you saying it, all of that, that's what happened. After the drug test, he could have went back, but he done got another job. But that's a whole week's worth of pay that we don't have because of your supporters repeating the lie that you told, Kevin. There's got to be some type of accountability on both ends.
Right. So on both ends. So if you guys up there insinuating that I'm gay and I'm not gay, you're not thinking about what that does to my reputation, what that gives them to say. Let me finish talking for a second, Toya.
Now, though.
Toya, let me say this for a second. I know you know that they've been saying that, and what happened is y'all came out and repeated everything that they have been saying. When I was asking y'all, what was y'all actual issue with me when I couldn't get?
So she said here, didn't I? Told you to have to gaslight with the crying. You listen. People will respect you. People will understand it. People will have whatever if you just came out and told the damn truth and take accountability. Nobody can hate you for that. Nobody can hate you for that. So this is my question to you. Why do you feel like, come on now, like, and nobody made 100 calls? I don't understand that. How? Nobody knows where he works at. Nobody knows that. You didn't put on here where he work at. Come on now. You're being a Lena. Matter of fact, if y'all want to shut up Lena shirt, y'all can go get it from Miss Sydney. She is selling them. She is Neek Mom from Neek and King. She is selling those shirts for $25.99. If you want to put it on and this is what she reminds you of, go get that shirt, okay?
Get that out of y'all. What it seemed like is y'all are trying to use the internet to tear me down. So I said, okay, you using the internet as a weapon, I'll use it as a weapon. But if you want me to be responsible for what people did with my words, then you have to be responsible for what they did with yours. Now, I can't take it back. I can't make people give OB a job back or anything like that. And that's why I said I was going to go on my platform and make everything right that I have came out and said. But if you and I are going to talk, I'm trying to figure out, aside from all of this nonsense, the insults, me saying that OB was on drugs, him saying I was gay, him talking about my child, you letting him, all of that, set all that to the side. What was the original issue that I've done to you?
Kevin, what do you think you haven't done to me? I've been out here standing up for
Toya, you just got to tell me.
Robert,
just tell me what it is that you were frustrated with me about.
Are you going to let me answer your question?
So, well, you're asking me what haven't I done. I just want you to just tell me what I've done. Like
you basically co-signed on Robert Live by trying to say that I asked for some money. The reason why I came out and did the first live and said that I didn't support y'all no more. I didn't support y'all because y'all basically tag team with another sibling. They came out telling all kind of disgusting lies on my kids, spreading all kind of lies about my family. I would have never done that.
Toya, how did we tag?
And y'all did that. Y'all co-signed on lies and they never corrected.
Toya, how did I personally, no, don't bring Robert into this. How did
y'all ever go live and correct it? Did y'all ever go on the chat? No, y'all was in the chats while the lies was being told.
Hang on, time out.
Screenshots. Y'all was there.
Toya, baby, we saw you say, hey, y'all. How you doing? I just want to let you know I'm here. That's what you did. Nobody set you up for this. You was bothering them people. You took yourself over there to bother them people. That's what he's telling you. You were sitting here doing that. You went back for yourself. Yeah, she like to use her kids. And you can't, Toya, I'm going to tell you this. Them kids are going to see this. They probably sneaking and looking at this right now. They're probably saying, dang, like, I'm tired of my mom and them. Like, I'm sick of her. She do this all the time. That's probably what they're saying. Can we be honest? School started. They're probably like, man, I got to go to school with this, bro. I'm so sick of this. Every time, ain't no telling who mama watching it at the school. And then they hear their mama talk about it. Yeah. Like,
so I'm trying to understand you, Toya. Toya, I'm trying to understand you, but you're talking loud and fast. I'm asking you this. Are you saying that because I didn't come out and say something different about, I didn't get in what you and Dawn had going on at all. So I'm trying to ask you, what are you saying? I would appreciate
if you don't use other people's names on my panel.
Okay, you saying, okay, let's keep it with our sibling. I didn't get involved in y'all stuff at all because y'all both my siblings. So he could easily feel like I co-signed you for not speaking up. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Kevin, you don't remember prior to that live, we did a live about your little sister, where she was bashing me, kept coming for me, and you made up.
Kevin, if you in here, I'm gonna say this. You and Dawn, you and your older siblings, y'all are experiencing the older sibling syndrome. Meaning the younger sibling, right? You took care of the youngest sibling. Y'all made sure she was great. Y'all did all that stuff. She's still using her pacifying and how she used to get what she got to get from y'all against y'all. Okay, look it up. It's something with oh my God, they talked about it. Something about older siblings and how they have to step up and be the parent. Y'all are the parents now. Y'all are the parents now. And now that you cut her off financially, well, I gotta call it that because they call it the baby. The baby sibling syndrome, where they get cut off, they get mad. You don't hear from them. They don't call you. They don't say nothing to you. All she wanted some cash. She don't get the cash, and she ain't got nothing to say. And she go and bash it because she didn't get what she wanted this morning. Okay, that's like taking the candy from a baby. That's how she acting. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not gonna be easy at first, but she gonna have to learn how to carry herself as an adult, because she had older brothers and an older sister who she trying to act like don't matter. oh, whatever Toya want, Toya got. We can't act like she didn't. She can sit here and say, well, I got treated. Yeah, but whatever you wanted, when they got able to do, you got without no question asked. And now you fed the monster, which is her. So now you got to draw back and take care of your business. Let me tell you something, Toya. I'm going to tell you like this. You have, what we in August, you got not even 6 months to get yourself together. Because they're going to gun for, like I told you before, that Section 8. They all done took away the junk food, the soda, the candy, the chips, and all that stuff out of your darn food stamps now. Because we know you get food stamps. You get them. And they're going to knock down your food stamps. You better get yourself together, baby. You better figure it out very quickly. Because that Cheeto Orange Nita Laxative Man Puff sitting up in that office in your state, he already stolen some seats, is trying to knock whatever you get out the park. You need to stop blaming everybody and going on this press tour and get yourself together. Pick up some content. It's plenty of it out here. This ain't it. Going on there with Neo. Neo can't help you. She in a state they don't even pay more than $15 an hour. Please. You better get it together. Because a lot of stuff is going to be cut out. You better figure it out and figure it out quick. Okay? And you need to apologize to your brothers and your sister. You need to apologize. Because I'm telling you, by you having most of the government assistance, you finna get harder than anybody in here. Get it together.
A whole lie and said that I told you to leave this girl alone. So you stopped basically dealing with any of us and did a 3-way call with me and TC and Mina telling us F all of us because of some stuff this girl said.
Now you said I told a lie and said that you told me to leave her alone.
You told everybody I made you leave Amber alone, Kevin. You don't remember saying that?
Well, she get how you get made when you ask this man to stop talking to her. How? You don't remember that? You don't remember you asked that? Child, let's continue so we can move on to crazy Kendra.
Bro, you asked me on your platform.
The teacher came on the live and said that. From there, you've been giving Amber different stuff to post about me.
That's not
this is Toya. This is Toya. Again, I'm asking you what was your original issue. I was on that.
That was the original. It was a whole lot. It was a whole lot. It's not just
Toya,
one thing.
I was on your platform. Toya, I was on your platform and I asked you, are you saying that you want me to refrain from talking to her? And you said yes. I didn't have to tell anybody that you told me to do that.
Before I said yes, and that was after Sister Teacher.
Toya, if I asked you 80 times,
it would have been.
Toya, if I asked you 80 times, that conversation was.
Yeah, y'all don't get none of that, and y'all still going through certain things because now y'all are getting charged for stuff that get shipped here, and y'all the one that grow it and everything.
Public. I didn't have to tell anybody that you eventually said yes, leave Amber alone. You did say it. You said it's because I asked you several times, but you're saying I told people you told me that, but that was a public conversation. I didn't tell anybody that because I didn't have to. They saw it.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
But she lied. We heard the live. We heard the live. Amber didn't sit here and he told Amber to stop speaking on his sister. She said, okay. Toya told, and he kept it like he even said that. He even broke down and said, we heard the live. I don't know what it is she got against Amber. I don't know because Amber more close to her brothers. Let me say this. And everybody was talking about, oh, well, they did. Amber don't do half of the shit, excuse my French, that Toya has did as a damn sister. Amber don't do none of that. She do what a sister's supposed to do. That's not even her blood relative, and she did it. She did it because that's what you're supposed to do. Toya, I don't give a darn how much me and my sister fight. Okay? My friends try to put their input. I tell them all the time, you shut the hell up. That's my sister. Now let me say what I got. That's mine. You shut up. We friend. We cool. Don't do that. And leave it there. But you let them drag this man to filth. I believe she is. And how she don't know her daughter. Okay, you know what, Mia? You know what it's giving me? My son, my sons, oh my sons, my babies, and treat the daughter like crap. That's what it's giving me. That's what it's giving me. That's what it's giving me. My son. That's what Toya give me. I bet you she know them boys measurements at all. That's a darn shame. She one of them. I see where it's going. I see. She better stop it. She's a trigger for her, and I'm still trying to figure out why you hate that girl so deep. And Amber just said you were wrong. Oh, because she called you out. Okay, we get it. She called you out. You'll be all right, child.
Well, they repeated a lie because that ain't what happened. Because Sister Teacher, the one came up, asked you and said, Kevin, I believe that would be best.
And I heard her say that, and I said, Toya, do you feel that way? And you said, yes, I do. Eventually, you said, yes, I do. So I said, okay, Kevin, and I got off.
It's a whole lot of reasons why I stopped supporting you and Robert. But at the end of the day, this situation didn't have to go as far as it went. If all of this stuff didn't keep happening, supporters going for each.
Toya, it didn't have to go that far. If you didn't do what you did and Brianna didn't do what she did, it would have never went that far. You should tell Nate that. Let me tell you something. Them over there, I ain't never seen nothing like it. It went, baby. You knew how far it went when you was sitting chilling over here like it was cool and cussing them out every day on live. I watched your lives with Dawn before y'all fell out. And y'all was a key. So I'm trying to figure out what happened. Because that was really instead of and it's no shade to your husband. Your husband really not your money maker, but your sister really is your money maker. You and Dawn together made a lot of money on these lives. People would jump on y'all lives together. Good morning. People would go just to hear y'all, and it would be about anything. That was your moneymaker, and you messed the bag up. You messed it up.
You telling them to post stuff, and you feeling like I'm telling people to post stuff when I have never did that. It's clear as day that you gave Amber the screenshot of the cash apps because that wasn't even on the internet until she posted it. You did your live after. It's just like certain things. I'm not telling people to come for you.
I really hate that you remember every little thing that I did, but you can't seem to recall the things that you did. And that's why I say just let all the shit go. Just let it all go. We don't got to talk about it.
Exactly what I did after you did what you did, but we ain't got to go back and forth because it seems like we're not going to come to any type of conclusion to end this on a happy note. Yeah. And I feel like I have took accountability. I've apologized. I said that earlier. But you said basically OB job was stupid after you told this damn lie.
Toya,
these people putting up posts.
Toya, I'm gonna say this again.
Baby, what did you? He say what he do is stupid. Okay, let's make it fair, Toya, and I want to challenge you on this. Just like you calling your brother out. Call your husband out. You don't have to call him. Call your husband out too. Make it fair. You just can't have it where, I gotta protect him. Look here. You know who you reminded me of? You're being a Gina to a Diddy. Protect. A Cassie to a Diddy. Protect. You don't have to protect that. Yeah, Robert ain't paying her no attention. Hey, no attention at all. You don't, and that's the problem. He is her downfall. She got to keep her marriage. Your marriage life should be from this. You should have kept it with your sister, worked it out with your sister, call your husband out behind. We don't got to know, and kept him off the internet. Why is he on here? He's messing up the bag. Right. Exactly, Ashley. He messing up the bag.
Yeah, Toya. I'm going to say this again.
On drugs, she do nursing.
Toya,
That's what
I'm
Felicia
gonna say-
said yesterday. I
Toya,
do
I'm gonna-
drugs. How you taking care of people when you a dope head?
Toya, I'm going to say this. Toya,
Toya, there are functionings dope heads out here. Okay? We're not going to act like it's not. There are functions. But let me tell you something. There are people that can go to work and be high and still make it through an 8-hour shift, baby. You will be surprised, okay?
I'm going to say this again, okay? I'm going to say this again. What I said was many years ago, after I think one of our cousins had a birthday party at Legion Hut. It was one of those little rented places. That I walked in the bathroom and saw that. Why would a job fire him because of something I said online years ago?
Because when these people are sitting and you saying, and that ain't what you said. You said we was at a family reunion and you walked
I said
in the
a family
bathroom
reunion
and saw
or
him snorting
something,
coke.
Toya. Toya, I
That's
said it was
what
a
you
family
said.
reunion.
So when these people, you got to understand, Kevin, these people are chopping your video, sending it to the job, and also saying this man do coke. Why they see him smoking?
Toya, you lied again. I got to call you out. If I remember verbatim, you told everybody that it's a temp service, right? So if it is a temp service, my love, can I ask you something so nice and gentle? How the hell do we know where he work at? How do we know where he work at if it's a temp service? You never put it out there, darling. Now it's giving a little bit of I gotta make it fit, hun. I have to make. You're trying to make a square fit in a circle. And no. Remember your lies, sweetheart. You didn't tell nobody where he worked. So my question is, how do people make the hundreds of calls and say things at a temp job? Huh? You're at an at-will state. They don't got to tell you when you're fired, honey. That's where you live. It don't matter. They can fire you today, tomorrow. They can fire you because they don't like you or anything. Oh, okay.
At the job, so what you think they gonna do? They don't even care about him smoking weed. It's the lie about the cocaine. He had to get his hair pulled, drug tested, and all to prove this man is not on cocaine behind a lie that you told on the internet. Me saying you gay, that's been said for years. You ain't lost your job. You ain't lost your house.
Stop. I'm trying to find it. Good morning. Toya, you still can catch braid that hair. How the hell they cut that hair out? I'm sorry. Wait a minute. That hair. Oh, so that's why it's like that. How much hair they took off? She said that, Nisha, she said that we on this side, because he said something called where he work at. Now, if he work at a temp service, how the hell do we know where he work? Because temp services, they do not tell you where they work at. You'll never know. You don't know if they work at the laundromat. You don't know if he work for Walmart, whatever. You don't know. You don't know. They don't fire you for rumors. They don't. They did a random drug. Let me tell you what happened to you. Your husband lying to you. You need to check your husband. I'm not going to tell you what to do in your marriage because that is yours. But I'm going to say this. Woman to woman. Hey, Roz, as a woman, you need to talk to your husband because your husband lying to you and he make you look like a fool on his internet. So he's blaming everybody else when he knew that his job, wherever he worked at, decided to do a random drug test, Toya. Check your husband, Toya. He's lying to you. If he can lie to you about that, ain't no telling what else he can lie to you about. I really need you to sniff some Folgers in your cup and check that, because if he can lie to you about that, you need to start questioning what else is he lying about. That is broken trust in your marriage. Jobs have random drug tests nowadays. It don't matter who say what. If they feel like you're under the influence, they're going to test you. That's just what it is. And I need you to stop lying and protecting him, because I really don't believe he would lie and protect you like you going that hard. You're being a Lena. I need you to stop. I need you to stop.
Nothing bad happened to you, but this
Yeah,
man
my sister calling me gay. My sister calling me gay. Toya, my sister on here calling me gay is enough to give me a right to say whatever I gotta say.
Okay.
Now, can you understand what my sister calling me gay? How that would make me, your brother, feel, knowing I'm not gay?
Sick of trying to figure out how to hit protein goals? Free high protein breakfast for a year? Yeah, that's real. Every meal's loaded, ready in minutes.
So you saying somebody on drugs when they not? That's cool. I told everybody I ain't never seen you with a man. I told everybody I ain't never seen him with no man. But you said you saw.
Girl, Neo came up here. You sat right up here laughing and said, "Send me that video." Stop.
Oh, this man snorting coke, and that was a bald-faced lie. And you can't apologize and say you wrong.
He just over it.
Hurt my whole family.
Say what?
By him losing his job, it hurt my whole family, not just me. It hurt my kids.
How? Good morning. How? How it hurt your whole family? How? The man ain't worked in 3 years. Toya, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. As a woman again, Jesus. Don't expect that man to be something he's not. He's not a provider. Okay? You trying to make him look like he's not a provider. You are the provider. You need to be like Peachy, keep his ass home to take care of the kids and clean the house and make sure dinner is ready. He's not a provider, babe. You just gonna have to accept that that's who you chose to take care of everything. Good morning. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He don't pay nothing. You're gonna have to put your breeches on, and you grown woman. If you want a man to pay something, you need to leave that where that's at and get a man that's a provider and a protector. That he's not it. Peach might come on here and make her money. But guess who's sitting at home taking care of them kids, helping them do them homework, clean them up, make sure they take a bath, getting them up for school, make sure they brush their teeth, their hair is done, making sure their house is clean, making sure they in the bed at a certain time is Wood. Okay? You're a Peach. Okay? Peach is fine with her lifestyle. Yeah, Wood. Peach is fine with the lifestyle. Wood had a business. Wood lost his business because Peach didn't want him to work. She wanted to take us to their home, take care of the kids, make sure they're in the bed, brush their teeth, wash their face, help with the homework, make sure they fed, make sure the house is clean, take them to school, drop them out, whatever activities. That's what she wanted. You are a Peach, and I need you to recognize what you got. Until you sit here and look at what you got and put your feet down. We ain't got to know you putting your feet down. Put them down. Put them down. He probably did. Put them down and do whatever. I think your husband want to be a house husband. And you need to figure out how to carry everybody respectfully. You know, this is what Black women was saying when we say we tired, because we're tired of carrying when we should be taken care of, be provided for. And your problem ain't with your brother. Your problem is with your husband. But we gonna leave that there. No, nothing. But it's with her husband.
Kids and all behind a lie that you told. You ain't never seen that man do no coke, but you refuse to tell the truth because you know you got these people listening. But it's okay.
Toya.
Blessed and chosen. Yeah, I have to agree.
What I said was Toya. What I said was I was gonna get on my page and make everything right that I said on my page. Is that not okay?
So you gotta wait till you get on your page to say I lied about OB doing coke? No, you can say it now and then. What is it gonna hurt?
Yeah, he did right by getting off this live.
Toya,
she kind of have a slow process of understanding, meaning she only understanding to respond. She's not understanding and then taking accountability and listening. Oh, she dropped him off? Good. Because he's sitting here telling her where it's going. She don't get it. She don't understand. She don't get it.
are you telling me?
I'm not telling you absolutely nothing, Kevin. Have a blessed day, bro. I ain't gonna say nothing else about
No,
you.
Toya, listen.
Man.
Toya, listen
Just
for a
handle your
second.
business. Do what
Toya,
you do
listen
on
for a
your
second.
live.
Yeah, she's slow a process of understanding.
Anyway, y'all, I'm back. I'm not gonna be on here too much
because her thing is to protect him. I don't know why she want to protect him, but I guess whatever float her boat. No.
longer though. I am actually about to get off here in just a minute. Hold on one second.
We finna move on. Let me tell y'all something. It's never right now. Yeah, he was tearing her up. She's never going to be able to respond because right now she clouded by good ding and bubblegum. To her, it's good ping and bubblegum and lies. That man lied to her. She trying to do damage control, and she came out here to try to. Child, it's a mess. You finna move on, honey. I hope Kevin got the clarity that he need, and I hope he can move forward. Like I said before, she gonna end up coming around. I told y'all, pay attention, because you gotta look at it. Now the truth came out. He lied to her husband. And now she out here running with this lie on faith and ears that this is the truth and that's her husband and she trusts her husband to where it messed up relationship with her siblings. Oh yeah, that is very victim mentality. Oh, we gonna talk about chat. Y'all wanna talk about some chat GPT? Yeah, we can't do that. Well, he did say he lied, but I think he's trying to clear it up because I think he don't want the backlash. And it's some truth in there. So that's what it is. It's some truth in there. It's some truth in there, y'all. I believe he's seen something or he's seen him wipe his nose, because how you get fired with a drug test? Like, it's a lot of stuff that just don't make sense. And he trying to show her, I'm right here as your brother. I understand we said what we said, but I'm right here. She just being slow as hell and ain't getting it. She just don't get it. She just don't get it. She don't get it. All right, y'all, we finna go to crazy Kendra. Oh Lord, brace yourselves, because this is psychotic on a new form. So Kendra is a ADHD. Oh Lord, ADHD. Let me pause. ADHD.
I love my kids.
Hush, I'm trying to talk. Oh, that's my girl. Hey, girl. ADHD. Coach. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. Either one of the or. He either felt it or he refused it. Kendra fell in love with her psychiatrist after having 30-minute Zooms once a month. She showed up to his office, and when she met him, she tried to give him a hug. I want y'all to listen how she explains this. At first, because there are some doctors in therapy that do sit here and manipulate. But when y'all hear how Kendra explains, y'all gonna know Kendra got more than ADHD.
But I also love not being broke. So this back to school season, I'm just gonna spend less.
There's a story unfolding on the internet that's equal parts heartbreaking, messy, and deeply disturbing. And it all began with a woman seeking help for her ADHD. Her name is Kendra, and over the course of 3 days, now compiled into an 18-part TikTok series, she shared a raw, emotional, and controversial account of how she fell in love with her psychiatrist. But is this just a story about a one-sided crush? What started as a typical patient-provider relationship spiraled into something that left Kendra confused, obsessed, and ultimately publicly exposed. The psychiatrist, charismatic, attractive, the same age, and according to Kendra, very aware of her growing emotional attachment. From Kendra's perspective, while he may have never crossed any explicit physical lines, the
all right, we finna go move forward.
Would do. She Googles a local psychiatrist, picks the first one that shows up, and schedules a 90-minute intake. So far, nothing unusual. But when she walks into the appointment, she immediately notices that her psychiatrist is attractive and, importantly, her age. Right away, there's a subtle shift in tone.
Baby, Kendra knew his zodiac sign and everything. I say, what the hell? Just wait. It gets deeper.
And I show up to the intake, and this man is my age, and I can't help but notice that he's pretty attractive, this psychiatrist.
Kendra clocks his looks as noteworthy, and though it might seem like a harmless observation, it sets the stage for the emotional entanglement to come. Now, to be clear, this part of the story is still just Kendra being vulnerable. She's excited, a little nervous, and hoping for help. The dynamic she describes here isn't yet inappropriate. But what makes it important is how she frames it, that he knew she found him attractive. That right there is the first clue to how blurred the lines are going to get. She's not just there to talk about symptoms. She's showing up with deep childhood trauma, sobriety struggles, and emotional baggage. And from the very first session, she's already feeling seen by someone who, in her words, pretended to listen. And that's another moment to flag, the idea that he appeared connected, but may not have actually been connected. Part 2, we pick up right where Kendra left off.
Do it. I trusted him enough, of course, why wouldn't I, to tell him about my childhood trauma, my daddy issues, if you will, what I had went through, all of the relationships.
Oh no, Latae. Hold your horse, girl, because it get real interesting. Just hold on. It wasn't the psychiatrist. Just wait till you find out who it really was.
Relationship trauma that I had. I was 6 months sober at this time, but like all of the drinking and substance use I used to do, and he just listened and nodded. And that's the thing about psychiatrists, is that they're good at pretending to listen. They can appear connected, but that doesn't mean that they're always connected. So I just felt really seen. And I also told him, I was like, look, I don't want to be on stimulant meds. So he listened to me and he put me on the non-stimulant ADHD med at the lowest dose just to...
And what did the psychiatrist do? He nodded, listened, stayed quiet. In her words, psychiatrists are good at pretending to listen. That line really stands out because while she's handing over her most personal experiences, there's a subtle undercurrent of distrust forming. She wants to believe
she wasn't talking to the janitor. We gonna get to it. It's coming. You gonna be like, huh?
he's present, but part of her suspects, it's an act. Still, she continues to feel seen. And when you're someone who's lived through trauma and spent years feeling misunderstood, that kind of attention, even if it's clinical, can feel electric. Her perspective, This is where things begin to shift from standard care into something murkier. Despite her concerns about stimulant meds, the psychiatrist listens and prescribes her a non-stimulant ADHD medication at the lowest dose. Again, on paper, a good move, but she interprets this as a sign of attentiveness, of special treatment. It feeds the emotional bond she's beginning to form. What we're seeing here is the emotional hook. Kendra isn't just reacting to medication management. She's barrier is slowly dissolving. And the psychiatrist, according to Kendra, he didn't resist it. He leaned in. Then things get even more personal. She notes that in the early sessions, he consistently asks standard check-in questions. Appetite, bowels, bladder, thoughts of harm, which is, by the way, totally standard psychiatric protocol, especially when adjusting meds. But by the 6th session, the tone changes. He prefaces the harm question by saying, "I have to ask this because it's a special interest of mine."
When things were really, the chemistry was starting to be there before, like, I didn't realize it. I was like, oh, this man is just friendly. And he said, I have to ask this because it's a special interest of mine. But is there any thoughts of harm? Like, I was special to him. And I said, no thoughts of harm. And he didn't ever ask me a clinical question again. He stopped asking me about my bladder, bowels, and appetite, and he stopped asking me about
that line, special interest, is what sticks with her. She interprets it as him signaling that she is special. And whether that was intentional on his part or not, it was a huge moment for her. Because after that, she says he stopped asking any of those clinical questions altogether. From her perspective, it meant
he was doing his job. It got to the point where when she was telling his story, people start looking him up and tried to dox him. She also was seeing a therapist. She also sat here and had talked about her adult times that she had with other men. Okay?
meant something.
Yeah.
They weren't just doctor and patient anymore. Now, this is where the psychiatric ethics discussion really begins, because we have to ask, did he stop asking those questions because her treatment was stable and he didn't think it necessary anymore? Or was he slowly slipping out of his professional role because he enjoyed the attention and emotional connection? This is by part 4. The attachment Kendra feels isn't just growing, it's starting to transform into obsession. She continues seeing her psychiatrist monthly and describes him as someone she deeply respects, partly because he starts dropping hints about his personal and professional accomplishments. According to Kendra, he tells her about speaking engagements, international recognition, and all the cool things he's doing in his life. Now let's pause here. This is where we have to consider intent versus impact. On one hand, some self-disclosure from a psychiatrist isn't always inappropriate, especially if it's used sparingly to build rapport or normalize a patient's experience.
So I was seeing him every month and just gaining more and more respect for him because he would just tell me these little things about his successes and all of the cool things that he was doing in his life. And it made me fall for him, honestly. And he was really good at listening.
Kendra says she begged him to let her see him weekly, not for meds, but for therapy. She even admits her other therapist at the time wasn't helping much, and that she felt more emotionally connected to her psychiatrist.
And I mean, he's a Pisces, right? So of course he's going to be there and be able to go deep with my feelings, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't extracting from them. Anyway, so I would beg him to let me see him every week. Beg him, because my therapist at the time, he was fine. You know, he wasn't a predator, but he was fine. He just wasn't doing very much for me.
But here's the twist. That therapist retires and she gets a new one, a 75-year-old woman with a PhD who actually starts teaching her tools like CBT and EFT. And yet, despite getting the therapeutic help she technically needed, Kendra remains fixated on her psychiatrist. She tells her new therapist everything, including how obsessed she is with him.
I would tell the therapist how obsessed I was with my psychiatrist, and she didn't do anything about it. She just was interested. She also loved stories about my dating life and
all do their job. And here, let me tell you something. She really thought that her therapist was sitting. Her therapist really, I believe, was talking. That's what she wanted, Latae. That's what she wanted. But the therapist And it seems like the therapist and the psychiatrist were having conversations about her. And when the psychiatrist didn't say anything, and she was like, he just jot down, yeah, he's jotting down your behavior. So him and the therapist can coexist to say it's more than just ADHD here, and I think it's bipolar disorder or this and that. So she thought that, oh, he's liking it and he's, doing it. No, baby, the man is sitting here analyzing you, and you talking about in love. I believe that if you would have did anything more closer to harm, he was finna put your behind in a mental hospital. For real. Something is wrong.
Yeah, she also was getting supply from me in her own way, but that's for another part. So yeah, so I got.
And what does the therapist do? Nothing. She doesn't intervene, doesn't raise alarm, doesn't even challenge Kendra's narrative. According to Kendra, the therapist seemed entertained, even interested, in her love life and obsession. And this moment is important because it shows that multiple clinicians may have missed or ignored critical boundary issues. By this point, Kendra is fully immersed in a fantasy. The psychiatrist becomes more than just a provider. He's now a figure she admires, idealizes, and craves validation from.
And so I went back to just being okay with seeing Irfan once a month while he was giving me these little breadcrumbs of making me feel special, telling me about his professional achievements, telling me about how he's getting international recognition. And it worked. I was really impressed.
And in this context, every little breadcrumb, a personal story, a laugh, a comment, feels like a reward. This is no longer just a clinical relationship. To her, it's emotional gold. Part 5, Hooked. Part 5 is where Kendra names the thing she's been circling the whole time: addiction to him. She talks about how his behavior shifted depending on the session. Some days he was warm, charming, and vulnerable. Other days, cold and distant. And Kendra, who has ADHD and rejection-sensitive dysphoria, two things that make emotional swings hit harder, became, in her own words, hooked. Here's where the story darkens. In January 2023, Kendra is hit by a car. She's physically hurt, bruised abdomen, perforated eardrum, and the urgent care doctor tells her to go to the ER immediately. But guess what? She waits because her psych appointment is that afternoon. She admits she was more excited to see him than she was concerned for her own health. That's not just emotional dependence, that's emotional captivity.
Comfortable treating you, you need to seek emergency care now. You may be internally bleeding. But it was 11 o'clock in the morning and my appointment with my psychiatrist was at 2. So I decided that I was going to wait so I could see my psychiatrist and not have to reschedule because I was looking forward to my appointment with him so much.
And when she shows up and tells him she might be internally bleeding, he says nothing. He doesn't urge her to end the session, doesn't insist she go to the hospital. He just lets the appointment go on. And in that appointment, Kendra, still physically vulnerable, tells him how much she loves him, how grateful she is. She says most of their sessions ended up being about her admiration for him.
I told him that I may be internally bleeding and he didn't stop the appointment. He didn't say, you need to take care of yourself, go get emergency care now. He let me continue and just tell him about how much I loved him and how grateful I was for him, because that was really what most of our appointments were.
And according to Kendra, her therapist, who she told about the car accident and her feelings, still did nothing. No redirection, no concern, just curiosity.
Here we go.
Talking about his clients' panties and doing all of these other extremely inappropriate things, like visiting her at work. And this.
So I fast forward a little bit. She started dating a therapist himself, she's so say. And basically they're saying that she was dating him and he would tell her things that he would try to do with his patients and how he saw them. So in her mind, she thought her psychiatrist, okay, was feeling the same way about her.
This man, my psychiatrist, looked like he had seen a ghost and like he was going to vomit because he prided himself on being an extremely professional and buttoned up person. But here I was holding a mirror to him with exactly what he was doing, but a bumbling idiot telling me like how he was doing it without the fancy degree, without any of that. I look back on that now and it's just crazy. And so it just tainted all the fantasy material that I'd given him the session before.
What she's saying is this: she now sees her psychiatrist not as the cool, professional protector she once admired, but as someone who may have been emotionally using her all along, just without the messy disclosures and red flags of that therapist on a hike. This is the tipping point. The fantasy begins to collapse. The emotional high becomes emotional horror, and the clarity of hindsight starts burning through her romantic narrative. This is no longer a love story, it's a reckoning. Part 10.
It seems as though many people view what I'm going through as a crash out, what I'm doing as a mental health spiral. And of course it seems like that. I get it. It's an extremely dark thing to talk about, all of this that I went through. And I am sharing my story because it wasn't out there. No one else has shared a story like this.
She insists she's not trying to get her psychiatrist fired, but wants to raise awareness about therapist abuse and how it can hide behind professionalism. She also shares a revealing behind-the-scenes moment. The video where she exposed the psychiatrist's most damning behavior got taken down for harassment and bullying. She interprets that not as a reflection on her, but as a in more and more, turning up the intimacy. But again, viewers are split, because what she describes as intimacy could also be interpreted as ordinary interactions taken out of context. He notices she's working from home versus coming into the office.
All right, y'all. We're going to get to part 2 tomorrow. But yeah, she showed up at the office. And let me tell you what she did, because I'm going to try to get my TikTok working on here so y'all can actually see what she did. And y'all can get the baby, black women was on her so hard, I was gagging. She said, I called up there, and when I made the appointment, I asked, was he taking any people in person? They say, yeah, he takes plenty of people in person. Good morning. She said, oh, so in her mind, he lied to her. He told her that when she called to make an appointment, she wanted to see him in person. And she asked, do he take people in person? And she said, yeah. She said, oh my God, he lied to me. He never told me that. She felt like he lied. When I tell y'all, she got to that office, she saw that man and a colleague. She ran and gave him a hug like she knew this man, like it was her best friend. That man just stood there limp. And she said, I understand because, he's around his colleagues. And he don't want to tell people, and show them how he really feel about me. I'm going to let that do what y'all will. The way that there are so many Black psychiatrists and with degrees, okay, not fake, with degrees, and therapists that are on TikTok that have TikToks and they have degrees about this stuff. They basically diagnosed her and said that it has to be more than ADHD and bipolar because her actions. I'm gonna get my TikTok working, so I'm gonna see what's going on when I get home. And we're going to finish this in the afternoon. I'm going to try to go live about this around 3. And we're going to try to do it without his comment. He had great commentary, but I don't want to get striked or anything. But I do want y'all to actually see how this played out. And then I want to get into tomorrow about her client for her ADHD coaching. So she's supposed to be an ADHD coach. And the girl said that she charged her $3,000 because she has ADHD and she also has substance abuse. And the girl was saying, she drinks alcohol. She was an alcoholic, and because she saw her get over substance in ADHD, and she had a thing that she was charging $3,000. Now the young lady says she did it, and when she did it, she realized that it was never about ADHD and substance abuse. It was mainly her talking to her about stuff that's just beyond crazy. All right. I have to get up later. I'm going to do a part 2 because I really want y'all to listen to the client, because a lot of people are saying, girl, why did you pay her $3,000? She scammed you. She did. She scammed her. Baby, when you hear, we going to get to the meat and potatoes. When you hear what all she said, y'all finna be like, oh, something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong. Now she's saying that people are diagnosing her. She has ADHD. And she don't know why people are diagnosing her. And people was like, no, baby, you have something else. It's something else going on with you. It really is. And, you know, a lot of people saying that they feel for the psychiatrist and the therapist because that's what they deal on a daily basis with these patients. I was watching a movie. I forgot the name of it. This girl started dating this guy. She has severe, schizophrenia. He just got diagnosed with it. So he was learning to deal. He has schizophrenia. Take that back. She had bipolar depression with schizophrenia. So she was bipolar on top of being schizophrenic. So if she didn't go see her doctor and take her medication, she had to take medication. So the girl didn't see her doctor or her psychiatrist or anything, she would be prone to do unaliving. And this is a movie on Tubi. I forgot the name of it. I'm going to try to put it on my post. And they both start dating each other. She was trying to unalive him. He was trying to unalive her. Child, at the end of the movie, they just got together and started joining people and doing it together, child. They were both schizophrenic. I think she had bipolar personality disorder. Somewhere with schizophrenia. It was deep with hers because her father would have to check on her. And he would wonder why the father would check on her because he pulled up on her to check on her. But the reason why the father was checking up on her was because she has a tendency of running away. And she has a tendency of sleeping with people. And if she feel like they did something wrong to her, she unalive them. Child, I'm telling y'all something. This stuff is real out here. People really be sick. They really be sick. October. This is an announcement. I know I'm being in Atlanta with a wedding, stuff like that. A lot of stuff. My birthday week around that time. A reception. Shout out to my friend. Being married, child. She married, honey. But we're gonna have a reception. She's having a reception in September. So I'm going to tell y'all now because I'm going to start. I think I'm gonna start next month. And then we're going to jump into October. I'm going to be adding scary content. So any scary stories, any paranormal experiences you guys have had, let me know. I know some of you guys are new. Y'all probably remember last year when I said I am a veil baby. So let me know and we'll talk about those stories. But it will be vlog and content. So I'm finna be very busy from the end of August on till after October. So bear with me, y'all. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this live. Oh, I will be going live on Sundays now. Friday. I know y'all usually get lives from me on Friday afternoon because of my schedule change. It's Friday mornings now. So yeah, this has to be working a couple hours. I decided to go live with y'all. So part 2 will be in the morning. So it'll probably be 3 different lives on a weekend. Yes, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about how vampires are real and all that stuff. So DS, I know you in the Caribbean. I would love, because I know y'all got some good stories. I know y'all got some good stories out there. I would love to hear one of y'all stories. I haven't watched the Annabelle story, but I am. Oh, you know The Conjuring. They got a new one coming out. I think it's September. So I'm going to make sure I head on down to the movie theater because I love me a Conjuring film, honey. I don't know why. It's just, it's something, oh my God, it excites me. Okay? It excites me. But we're going to jump into those. And I might do it. I'm trying to think when I want to do it. I'll tell her, Shanta, thank you, girl. She's so happy. Ever since she got married to this man, she's never home. never home. So, child, I found out a month after. Oh, please do. Please, please, please tell me some. I'm gonna think of when I'm gonna do it. I might do it start in September and work up to it. So I'm gonna let y'all know. We gonna get to that content too. Cause like I said, I have some story myself. Oh, it is him. I gotta go watch that. I have to watch that. I love me some horror movies. I gotta watch that. But I have some stories myself. I have some things I haven't told, some experiences, honey. And I be telling people when they be like, "Oh, I want to see something." No, you don't. You don't want to see that. Let me tell you something. Like I said before, I'm a veil baby. So I was born with a veil. Trust me. You don't want that. I be telling folks, "Oh, I want it." No, you don't. The things, as somebody if they born, they'll tell you the experiences they had is it's not traumatic, but it's, I won't say it's scary, but you kind of like, you're like, okay, yeah, like I be telling people, you don't want that, man. Like for real, like the things that a veil baby know, because they know things. I'm gonna tell I don't know if I shared it with y'all, but I'm gonna tell my experience with my aunt. I know I got some new subscribers, but I do want to share it because I do want y'all to understand. And I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, this person is evil. This person is witch." Da, da, da. I want to tell y'all how y'all know somebody is demonic, and it's a scent they have on them, like sulfur. It smells so bad. But I'm gonna share my experience with it. I'm gonna share, but y'all, let me get off here. I'm gonna pick a day next month. We're gonna get into it. Might be do it beginning of September, since it's starting to get a little chilly. The season is going to change. We can have those conversations, but I am going to tell y'all what I would love for y'all to do, because a lot of people feel like, and I'm explaining with this whole, if you pay attention, with how things are more open and prone to happen during the fall and winter time. And then we're going to discuss how deaths happen during the summer and why, because I want y'all to get an understanding of that and to really see what's going on. I'm going to say this. We have people running this country that don't know what they're doing. It's a lot of things that are spiritually aware that you're not supposed to touch, and it's starting to happen. We're going to talk about how the ancestors, the slaves that still roam the earth, they are now being set free, and why. We're going to get into that. Yes, we're going to talk about the plantations and stuff that's going on. We're going to get into that. So I think I'm gonna start it in September. Y'all might get it in a couple of weeks. If y'all let me know, if y'all want it in August, we can start this month and drag it on out to November. I'm down for it if y'all is. And now we'll pick a day. So I'm going to put on the community post. Y'all want to we can get into it. We can get into it because I really need people to understand. I know y'all go to church and get prayed for. I want you to be careful who pray for you. We're going to get into that also. So I'm going to go, you guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. We're going to do part 2 tomorrow. I'm going to put on the community post. If you guys want to start our scary stories in August, we can do that. Thank you guys for watching. We get to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.